In this episode of Cassius Tales, we set sail for a remote island of Pemba, escaping the crowds of Zanzibar. We did some homework on anchorages, so we were enjoying the afternoon sail and even some fishing. However, things don't always go to plan, and the last rays of setting sun saw us racing to any sheltered anchorage we could get our hands on.
So what are we doing today? Well, today we're going to be moving across to Pemba Islands, which is still part of Tanzania. The reason why we're moving is there's a full moon party on tonight, and they've sold 7,000 tickets so far. All yesterday and all last night, there was a lot of testing. 1, 2, 2, 2, yo, yo, what's up, yo, yo. All night, it was loud, we're getting the hell out of here.
It's not really our cup of tea to listen to very loud music until 7 o'clock in the morning, so we decided we're gonna wander off to Pemba, which is just next door, and explore some anchorages there. Pemba is a bit of a mixed bag. There's quite a few stories circulating in the sailing community about Pemba Island. Some people saying it's absolutely fantastic, full of coral, gorgeous anchorages. Others are saying authorities are really painful and give yachts a lot of grief, trying to extort money because they think that Pemba is a different country. So we've interviewed quite a few people. We've plotted a few anchorage coordinates on our navionics chart. It's not a long journey, it's about 27 miles. We're going to go across the channel in really deep water and then go straight to shallow, so we're going to be really careful about some currents and confused water.
We've got 2 anchorage points that we go to tonight. One of them is at any tide we can go into, but preferably there's one that runs up a canal, and it's got to be done in the high tide or a flooding tide. And if we can get into there, apparently it's like being in a jungle, apparently. So we're going to have a bit of a look from guidance from a few people we've interviewed here on the island here in Tanzania, or Zanzibar I should say. So we're going to take off now. It's nearly 11 o'clock. Holy cow, Jen.
Now let's talk about the weather. Just behind me is a squall. So we need to be careful of those because they have a fair bit of wind sometimes. Shouldn't be too much wind going up to Pemba, maybe 10-12 knots. But these little storm cells, they can be a bit of a pain in the backside, so we'll keep an eye on that one.
The squalls that we get coming through, we've been noticing here for a little while now that as the storm cell comes, you've got a bit of wind in front of it, and it gives it a quick blast from actually 3 directions we've noticed, and then it just dies. So we have to be super careful of these things here because we are navigating out of quite a strange reef that we're in at the moment, and we won't be sailing out of it, we'll be motoring out of it, and just get ourselves out of there, up the mainsail and get the hell away from that squall. So we better leave now because it's getting late. Turn back to our direction. I can pull the sail up by hand all the way up. Bloody hell, it's hard work. And my doctor keeps telling me not to do these sort of things because I've had a back operation. But I have to do what I've got to do. Well, exhausted. Thanks for watching. So Lorne and Hunt was saying there's a place called 11 Banks, I think it's called. Yeah, 11 banks, and apparently there's heaps of tuna and all types of different fish there, so we're going to get the rods out. I've got this particular lure for tuna because we want some sashimi, and this one, hopefully we've got some wahoo on this one here. But this one is actually an all-rounder with the red and white, so a lot of fish are drawn to it, like barracuda and wahoo. I think tuna actually goes for it as well. So we're going to get both out and wish me luck on the 11th bank. Yeah, baby. Good pace. Oh, the swell's coming from the side now. Oh, obviously that's where the wind direction's coming from as well. It was coming at us before. I think once we get around the edge of the island, we might get a bit more wind. But the island's blocking a little bit of it still. The wind's still doing 12 knots. And we're doing 5.5. That's a great pace to go at that wind. Cassius really performs well at 15 knots. We scooted about 7.5 to 8 knots under that sort of wind. On a reaching wind, or at a, say, 60 to 90 degrees, perfect. Even 30 is better for us. And yes, Cassius can sail 30 degrees plus the wind. Not many catamarans can do that. Mostly monohulls can do it, but we can. So we have a very good boat, very high well performance boat. And it's our home. The little bait fish fly to the surface, and the tuna come up and get it, and the birds pick the small fish off.
And we're approaching the bank now?
And we always chase the birds, just like all fishermen do. They chase where the birds are coming in, and we do the same right now. Look at them, there's hundreds of them. We just got to get there fast enough. We've got a fish, I think. Fish on, honey, fish on, I think.
Bacon.
I'm so rat nudes.
Well done, honey. Well done.
No worries, that's awesome, honey.
We got tuna.
And it's so beautifully pink.
In this area there are two seasons. There is Kusi, which is now when the wind is blowing from the southeast, and then there is Kaskazi when the wind is blowing from the north. So we are now in Kusi, and we need to be looking for anchorages sheltered from the southeast, which this one doesn't look like it's the case, but I don't know. We haven't been there. We're just reliant on information we've collected from other sailors. We currently headed for this anchorage here. It looks like it may be sheltered behind the reef.
Thoughts on this anchorage? The visuals will show that there's no way in hell we are coming into this treacherous, feel that bit of water where there's shore breakers and rocks everywhere. There's not a way in hell we're going into there. There's not, we can't even see where the entrance is. We can see behind the reef, it looks fine. And why am I going in there? We're going to go around the other side, Jen. All right, done. Let's get the hell out of here. It's treacherous, look at it. Don't do this at home. Absolutely don't do this at home.
So we've replotted our course. We're gonna go all the way around into this anchorage here, which will be sheltered. It's almost 70 miles, which will take us just at the sunset. But you know what, better safe than sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Better extra 70 miles than sitting on the rocks there.
Correct.
It looked terrible.
You can see all the island, all these rocks sticking out everywhere.
It looked terrible. It is not for southeasterly monsoon, this anchorage, it's for northerly monsoon.
Wasn't our first choice to go to the harbour, but we have no choice now because it's getting late and the place is unlit. So we need to get in there. I'll hopefully find an anchorage in the way, but I don't know. This is new territory for us. So it's just on dark, and I don't like that. There, I'm trying to control it. I'm trying to hold course here, but it's going from the rip, coming out of the reef. We went from 2,000 metres it was, and we're 22 metres. So you start going, fighting it. How's it all going?
It's actually going well. As the sun just set behind you and the moon is rising, full moon is rising in the opposite side. We just dropped anchor in unknown Mikinani Bay, something like that. Mikoani Bay.
Mikoani Bay.
In Mikoani Bay. And it seems quite a good spot, well sheltered.
We just lost the sun. Just like that.
We never planned to come here in the first instance, but you have to have a plan B if plan A doesn't work. So we're not unhappy, we're good, we're anchored for the night, we're safe.
Cool.
Let's go have some dinner. Our beautiful, calm and peaceful anchorage just turned into a trap.